Okay, so today we'll start with the chapter centroid. So now I will give a brief introduction about centroid and then we'll directly move to the problems so that you can understand easily. Okay, so what is centroid? So the many of will get confused between center of gravity and centroid. So center of gravity is what? The point where whole mass is concentrated is center of gravity, but centroid is the geometric center of the body. Simple. Okay, center of gravity is the point where whole mass is concentrated is center of gravity, but centroid is the geometric center of the body. Center of gravity is usually applicable to the bodies with mass and weight, or we can say 3D bodies. Centroid is applicable to plane bodies, or you can say 2D bodies. Okay, so center of gravity is a point where whole mass is concentrated and centroid is the geometric center of the body. So now we'll understand. If a body is given, say is your y-axis, x-axis, y-axis. Okay, so if the body is given like this, okay, now the formula to find centroid, that is geometric center, is y bar is equal to a1 x1 a1 one second sorry y bar is a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 and so on, divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on. Similarly, x bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 and so on. Okay, now what is this y bar, what is this x bar? Okay, suppose if you consider a rectangle, here. Now this is our rectangle, so x-axis, y-axis. Let this be breadth b, let this be depth d. Okay, now we all know that where the center lies. We can say that from here it is b, that means here center b by 2, right? And this is d, from here it is d by 2, so somewhere from here this is d by 2, from here this is b by 2. So this is a geometric center of the rectangle, or you can say centroid of the rectangle. Okay, now x bar is what? X bar is distance from y-axis, that is this is x bar and this is y bar. X bar is distance from y-axis, y bar is distance from x-axis, or you can say x bar is a horizontal distance, y bar is a vertical distance of centroid. Now, before starting with the problems, you need to remember some of the formulae, or you can say centroidal distance of some geometric figures. First, I will draw rectangle. Okay, so if this is b, if this is d, this is breadth b, this is depth d. If this is your x-axis, assume that x-axis, y-axis. Okay, now first I will write x bar here, I will write y bar here. What is x bar? X bar is distance of the centroid from y-axis and y bar is distance of the centroid from x-axis. Okay, now x bar for rectangle is what? So this is the center, we all know that exactly this center. So if this is b, it will add exactly b by 2, and this is d, so it is d by 2. Okay, so x bar is distance from y-axis, so if this is b, this is b by 2, so this is b by 2. And what is y bar? Y bar is distance from x-axis, or we can say this distance. So if this is d, the center lies exactly at the center, so this is d, means d by 2, so this is d by 2. So this is for rectangle. X bar is b by 2, y bar is d by 2. X bar and y bar are the distance of centroid from y-axis and x-axis respectively. Okay, now next I will draw triangle. If this is a base b, okay, if this is a base b, if this is a height, or you can say depth d. Okay, assume that this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay, now x bar is what? X bar is distance from y-axis. So for this sorry, for this it is exactly x bar is b by 2. It is from here, it will exactly center b by 2, and y bar is from bottom it is 1 by 3 of d, 1 by 3 of d from here. So b by 2 means from y axis come where this is b by 2 and 1/3 of d, so somewhere here. So if this is the center, okay, now this is b by 2 and this is 1/3 of depth. This is from bottom. If you want from top or from apex, this is 2/3 of d. You can write here, this is from bottom, this is from top. Okay, for rectangle x bar, x for rectangle, so for a triangle x bar is b by 2 and y bar is 1/3 of d from bottom. From here it is 1/3 of d, from top for apex it is 2/3 of d. Next I will go to circle. Circle, we all know the center is exactly at the here. So if this is diameter, radius, diameter, radius, so x bar and y bar both are equal to radius r, or you can say diameter divided by 2, diameter divided by 2, d by 2 or r and r. Okay, now we'll see about semicircle. Okay, this is a semicircle, this is x axis, y axis. Semicircle means what? Suppose this is a circle, okay, we'll cut exactly into two halves. Now this is semicircle, right? Whatever I have drawn here, this semicircle. What is this? This is diameter, so this is diameter. What is this? This is radius, so this is radius. Okay, now x bar is what? Distance from y axis. So this is y axis, distance from y axis, that means you are going along diameter, so that this is d by 2. And y bar, you are going, now y bar means distance from x axis, so you are going along radius, so here it is 4r divided by 3 pi. Okay, now this is circle, x bar is distance from y axis, so this is y axis. Now you are going along diameter, so when you are going along diameter, x bar becomes d by 2 or diameter divided by 2, and y bar distance from x axis, so here now you are going along radius, it is 4r by 3 pi. Simple. Okay, if the same semicircle is given like this, say assume if this is like this, okay, now this is your x axis, if this is your y axis, now this is the diameter d and this is the radius r. Okay, the same thing I have written here like this. Okay, now x bar, y bar. Now what is x bar? X bar is distance from y axis. Now this is y axis, now you are going along radius, so that becomes 4 into r divided by 3 pi. And y bar is what? Distance from x axis. This is x axis, now you are going along diameter, so this becomes d by 2. Okay, next quarter circle. Quarter circle means again same, this is complete circle. If you cut into two halves, this is semicircle, into 4 halves, this becomes quarter circle. Now this is quarter circle, one second, yeah, this is quarter circle, x axis, y axis, this is radius, this is also radius, and this is also radius. Now for this quarter circle, both x bar and y bar are 4r by 3 pi and 4r by 3 pi. Okay, so now you need to remember these formulas. Okay, first for rectangle, okay, so first for rectangle, x bar is b by 2 and y bar is d by 2. Remember, x bar is distance of the centroid from y axis, y bar is distance of the centroid from x axis. Okay, for a rectangle it is b by 2 and d by 2. For triangle, x bar is b by 2, distance from y axis. And what is y bar? Y bar, distance from x axis is 1/3 of depth. From here it is 1/3, from top it is 2/3. Okay, now circle, so for circle it is radius, or you can say diameter divided by 2. Both x bar and y bar are equal to radius. Now semicircle, if the semicircle is given like this, okay, x bar is distance from, okay, so for semicircle, the semicircle is given like this. Now x bar is what? X bar is distance from y axis, so you are now, this is it's y axis, distance from y axis means you are going along diameter, that is d by 2. Y bar means distance from x axis, so this is your x axis, you are going along radius, that means it is 4r by 3 pi. Similarly for this is 4r by 3 pi and this is d by 2. For quarter circle both is 4r by 3 pi. Now another important concept. Okay, so remember, so assume if the given figure, if the figure is given in any one quadrant, if the given figure lies in any one quadrant, it may be first quadrant, it may be second, it may be third, or it may be fourth. If the given figure lies completely in one quadrant, okay, like this is first quadrant, this is third quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is fourth quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. If the given figure lies completely in any one of the quadrant, then you should not follow the or negative and positive sign. Okay, so you can use directly x bar and y bar as positive only. If the given figure lies completely in one quadrant, then we use x bar and y bar as positive only. If the figure lies, that is, if the half of the figure lies in first quadrant, half of the figure lies in second quadrant, then we need to follow these signs. That is, x bar and x and y are positive in first quadrant, and x is negative in second quadrant, y is positive in first quadrant, and so on. For example, okay, I'm showing the example now. Okay, so now if the given section is T, if no axis is given, assume it is in the first quadrant. So x axis, this is y axis. Now this T section completely lies in first quadrant. Okay, that is, this given T section lies in first quadrant or completely lies in any one of the quadrant. Then we'll use x1, y1, x2, y2 with positive sign. Okay, with positive sign. Okay, so if the same T section, again if it is a T section, okay, now if it is given in the third quadrant, x axis, y axis, now this is in third quadrant, again the given figure lies completely in any one of the quadrant. So the given figure completely lies in third quadrant, then again x1, y1, x2, y2, whatever, we'll use positive sign only. Okay, suppose if this is your axis, okay, now one rectangle is given here and one quarter circle is given here like this. Okay, now here for rectangle, for this we have to use x1, y1, x2, y2 as positive, and suppose if you call this as first, this is second, so x1 and y1 are centered of this quarter circle, so both this lies in first quadrant, so we'll use positive for this, and this rectangle lies in second quadrant, so x2 distance from y axis, so here it is x is second quadrant negative, so here we'll use negative sign, for y we'll use positive sign. Simple. Is it clear? So now before starting with the problems, you need to remember these formulas. Okay, so as I have already told you, for rectangle x bar is b by 2, y bar is d by 2. For triangle, okay, x bar is b by 2, this is b by 2, okay, and y bar from bottom it is 1/3 of d, from top, from bottom it is 1/3, from this point from top it is 2/3 of d. For semicircle, so again for this second of semicircle, x bar is what? Distance from y axis. Now you are distance, this is y axis, distance from y axis means you are going along diameter, so that is d by 2, and y bar distance from x axis, this is x axis, you know, we are distance from x axis, you are going along radius, so this is 4r by 3 pi. Similarly, if this is given like this, now this will be x bar will be 4r by 3 pi, y bar is d by 2, and for quarter circle both are 4r by 3 pi. Okay, so before starting with the problems, now assume that if the given section is like this, okay, so now what is the total area? If I ask to calculate the area, now you will calculate the area like this. So area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle is total area. Okay, now similarly the formula becomes a1 y1 plus a2 y2 a1 plus a2. So suppose if the given figure is like this, C section, now what is the total area? Area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle plus area of this rectangle. Okay, similarly that is a1 plus a2 plus a3. The formula becomes a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3, similarly x bar. Okay, now see here, now this is a given figure. Okay, now what is the total area? Total area is, if you complete this rectangle here, area of this complete rectangle minus this rectangle, right? So now the formula becomes a1 y1 minus a2 y2 divided by a1 minus a2.